Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about vertical shifting. Now, with vertical shifting, that is going to involve taking our function and moving it up or moving our function down. So, let's look at this. Suppose we have some c value, c can be any number, and that value is just going to be bigger than 0. So, let's say we have this graph y is equal to f of x plus c. Now, if we look at this f of x, that might look a little confusing. F of x is just saying, hey, we have some line that has some function. So if I look at this blue line, this is my original function because it says y is equal to f of x. This is my original function. I know it's a function because it passes the vertical line test where if I went through every single point on this line, it has exactly one input for one output. Now, looking at this slide, we can see if I had f of x plus c, that's going to shift my graph up. So if I look at this blue line, I can see that if my c value is positive, it is shifting it up. Versus this one where it says, hey, let's say we have that same function, but this time c is negative. That's actually going to shift our graph downwards. Let's look at a few examples. Let's say we have these two examples. We have our original function f of x is equal to x squared, and we want to sketch that graph for the function. So let's say we have this, x squared plus 3. Let's go into Desmos real quick. If I look at x squared is a nice little parabola. I look at this parabola, it's symmetric about the y-axis. I can flip it around. These points are just mirror images of each other. And if I have this x squared, and I want to say x squared plus 3, well, based on my previous slide, if I take this x squared and I say plus 3, that's going to shift my graph up. And I can see that it did. From green to purple, this shifted the graph up. And I can see from my point 0, 0 to my minimum point here of 0, 3, it shifted it up 3 units. Now, let's look at the other example. The other example says x squared minus 2. So since this says x squared minus 2, we know that this is going to bring my x squared down. Let's look at Desmos again. So if I have my original function x squared, and I say x squared minus 2, that's going to shift it down 2. And I can see at my point 0, 0, I now have the point 0, negative 2.